G'day, Keithy here. Thanks for joining me again. This is the first trip for 2021. Very excited for this. So for this trip we're with the Roving Around 4x4 Club and we're going to head up through Little Crystal Creek up into Paluma and have a look at the dam. And the aim is to pull up at Secret River and have some lunch. Beautiful little spot, great time of year. There's been a little bit of rain so the river's running. And a lovely place to get together and just say g'day, see the sights along the way. So if you haven't already, don't forget to check out Chilling with Keithy. You can catch up with me there. You can message, post for yourself, or see what I do in between these videos. Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the ride. We're about to head up the range. So what you're seeing now is we're actually driving up the Paluma range to go and have a look at Little Crystal Creek. So if you're visiting Townsville, or even if you're local and you haven't been there, it's definitely worth going and having a look at this because Little Crystal Creek is actually a fantastic little swimming spot. It's about halfway up the range, very easy drive, you don't need a four-wheel drive or anything to get there. Definitely take the towels, take the togs, take the floaties along, as you're about to see in a minute. Absolutely wonderful place and definitely worth going and having a look at, and it's only about 60 kilometres out of Townsville, so it's not all that far to get there, and it's always quite cool up there. So you can see here our group of 7 vehicles along for this trip today, all pulled up at Little Crystal Creek for a bit of a look. Then we continued on up the range towards Paluma. So watch the terrain here. See, it's a little bit bushy at the moment, but the closer you get to Paluma, it actually gets a little bit more rainforesty, almost at the end of the road there towards Paluma. And don't forget to take your time coming up here. Sometimes you come across cars that are driving a little bit nutty. You don't want to clean one of them up. And there's a couple of little waterfalls along the way up as well. It's definitely worth taking your time driving up and then taking everything in on the way before you get to Paluma. Welcome to Paluma. So we didn't pull up in Paluma this time because we stopped at Little Crystal Creek for a bit of a look. We wanted to keep on moving, so we drove through and headed up towards Paluma Dam. As you can see, the temperatures dropped right down there to 20 degrees outside on a 30-something degree day. We were looking for our jumpers, that's for sure. But if you do go through Paluma, don't forget to stop if you do have the time, because they've got a couple of little cafes and some things to see. Well worth stopping and letting the kids stretch their legs, especially if you're going for a bit of a day trip like this. On the road to Paluma Dam, it's dirt road all the way once you get off the bitumen at the turnoff. There's a couple of little washouts, but nothing really crazy to look out for. Just got to watch out for other cars. We came across a few cars who didn't like the idea of pulling off the road, but well worth going in and having a look at the Paluma Dam. You'll see some pictures and a video from the dam very shortly. You can camp there as well, so if you were wondering, you need to book on the council website, I believe, to stay at Paluma Dam. It's not very expensive. There's a fair few campsites. I think they've even got a group campsite if you wanted to go that way. And once we left Paluma Dam, we headed back down to a little bit of bitumen and then eventually got onto the dirt road heading up towards Secret River. Everybody was keen for lunch by this stage. It was beautiful, lovely, crisp, 20 degrees outside. Very, very dramatic change from what we'd had before. This is always an amazing trip. You get to see the change in scenery from rainforest to bush to rainforest and then back to this kind of hybrid rainforest. I don't know what you want to call that there. Beautiful drive and a heap of fun, even if you've just got yourself a little soft roader car like a RAV4 or something like that. Mild dirt road here. But anyway, let's get on with the drive. And it was hard to resist when we got here that I had Neil and Frederick trying to egg me on to drive across the river. Now there is a crossing just here that we've done in the past, but the water is rather deep at the moment and that river sand is very coarse, so I decided against driving through that, although it was very, very tempting. Thanks guys, maybe next time I reckon. After you. Once we've had our lunch, we took off. We've got a view of some of the native wildlife, the old cattle there. This is a working cattle station we're driving through here. It's a beautiful dirt road. You can't really knock this kind of drive. It's always well maintained, this road, bar the occasional little washout or pothole. It's a fantastic drive, and I do highly recommend it. This is a favourite with our club. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure doing the video up for you again. I hope you have a go at doing this road. It's a beautiful one. The club loves doing it. Don't forget to check out these other videos you see in front of you here. This is some of my past creations which you might well be interested in. See you out there on the tracks, guys. Bye.